Okay, good morning Discord, good morning YouTube. Let's see what we got today. So I haven't been I've been busy lately. I'm trying to move. Everyone knows how moving is. And I haven't been keeping up with the macroeconomics. So I'm coming in today with absolutely zero bias, which is a good thing. We don't want bias. Alright, so let's see how we're starting out. Let's see if we're grabbing liquidity off the 5 MA, or if we're about to grab the liquidity off the 5 and then make a move. This is what I have. So I want to see if today we're going to do one of these, and possibly one of these. I want to see if we form this right here. I think that did actually happen on Thursday, or yeah, it had to be Thursday last week. Let's see if that's the plan for today.
I don't need nobody for the day. I just need somebody for the night. Been there and I never been the same. Been there but I'm not the one to blame. I just need somebody for the night. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't need you no more. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't really feel no more. Shawty wanna use me up. I don't really care no more. Shawty wanna use me up. Yeah.
This first candle might have been a momentum candle right here.
None of y'all niggas they poppin'. Yeah, I know you do this often. Hey, I'm running out of options. I'm okay, I'm fine. Hey, I'ma swallow all my pride. Won't be nothing but a side piece. Oh, catching feelings with my pipe dream. Oh no.
Let's see if we get up above 589.50 and make some type of make it some type of support. So, oh wait, sorry. Let's see if we had something like that. Which would also be a break, retest, reject of the 5. So we're looking to see if we reject off the 5 or if we continue off the 5. Pretty strong uptrend.
Shawty keep it down, I'ma be right back. I don't switch mode, yeah. Only switch things in sport, that's fact. Shawty listen from the city, from the sticks, and no matter where I throw it, yeah, she know it's gon' stick. Shawty isn't me, no babe.
All right, now immediately off 1, 2, 3, 4. First 5-6 minutes, we immediately hit the 5 MA. So let's see how we react to the 5. Hopefully you've been here long enough to see how the 5 MA, the 20 MA, how these moving averages, how they are a magnet for prices. That's why it's always going to be on our radar. Still early. We're still testing all of our algos. Still testing all the algorithms. So for calls, for any calls, we're going to wait for this to form some type of support here. Like I said earlier, we want to see it bounce off like that for calls. For puts, I think we should wait until we get below let me see. Let's wait till we get the 587.25 just for some safety. I'm gonna clean up this chart just a bit. We're testing now to see if it's going to be build in blue and break green for the downside. Our best bet is to wait for deeper structure above the 5 or below, whichever one, right? So it's going to be we grab the liquidity off the 5, we come back, and then something like that, right? Or conversely, this is a liquidity grab, and you know, we do something like that. So while we're at the 5, let's just wait for deep structure. We're gonna wait for it to build out some type of formation. Premiums aren't too crazy today. So yeah, you see how I was just bouncing on the 5. Let's wait for deep structure. Wait for the, we want to see a decision, right? We want to see it make a firm pullback like that, or firm continuation, right? Something like that. That'd be the ideal setup. Otherwise, we're testing to see break a green right now. If green's going to be our ticket. Alright, we want to see if it's going to, like that. If you're waiting for this cup to close, right? So if you're waiting for this cup to close, like this, let's say, then what you want to do is wait for another green to form somewhere like this. All right, so if you took this initial break of green, protect your trade. Your trade should be protected by now. You can't lose from here. If you took this initial break of green, protect your trade. If you're waiting for the safety, nothing wrong with that too. I don't know if it's gonna happen right here. I'm just giving you an example of what it should look like. What you know, kind of what we want to look for. Okay, break of green, big money. Protect your trade. Take the early base hits and leave a winner. Remember, if you're looking for safety, right? You wait for the cup to close, the pullback, you wait for the handle to form, and then all right. Break of green. Look at the money we printed. Look at the money we printed on break of green. Look at the money we just printed right now. Look at this money. Break of green. There it is. Amazing. Simply amazing. Now if you want to wait, let's wait for this. Let's see if we get, right? Just like this. Look at the precision. Look at the exact precision. You can't, it doesn't get any better. Look at this money right here. Amazing trade. Now this green right here has not formed yet, so I'm just giving you an example. But look at the money we printed this morning already. Break of green. Look at this. Look at the money we just printed. Do I need to say any more? Do I need to take your wins and move on with your... Look at this money. There it is. I told you, break of green. If you want to wait for the safety, wait for the safety. That's fine too. Oh my goodness. Look at this money. Woo. Okay. What? Already, look at the money we printed already this morning. There it goes.
Drinking party, yeah, we keep the lights low. I'm in my mind all the way. Ice cold, what a nigga gotta say. Sipping honey, we be mobbing through the night, oh yeah. Moving like we trapping out of Vando. I need.
Already, first thing in the morning, we already made a boatload of money. Oh my goodness, look at the money we just printed. Woo wee. Alright, let me draw this. Look at this money we printed already this morning. Break a green. There it is. Easy. Easy money. And if you were wrong, your stop loss should have been right here. Right? So on the break of green from 588.98, your stop loss should have been technically 589.96. But look at your reward if you just stuck with the plan. Look at this reward. Amazing. Simply amazing day already. Whew. Okay. I'm not a huge fan of this yellow, but I don't. That's all we got. So we'll give it a second. That's all we got to work with. Good trade. Good early morning trade. Good early morning trade. Perfect timing. Right after. So we have like a 15-minute limit we like to give ourselves. We don't trade until 15 minutes. We're at the 16-minute mark here. Everything lined up perfect for this trade. Everything just lined up perfect, right? We rejected off the 5. We broke our algo. You know, this was just a good trade. That was a good setup, right? Those are the setups we look for. When it happens, when everything lines up like that, those are the ones you got to take. You don't got to, but, you know, those are the ones that are worth the risk. Great day today. Amazing day so far. Luckily, I was able to identify this green really early. Lucky. Okay, here we go. Great. Amazing. See, this is where you gotta have the discipline to say, I'm up for the day. Why not leave a winner? From here to here. Look at this win. That's a huge win. That's all you need. That's all you need for the day. Break a green and just and hold on to it for a little bit. You have to survive these two little bit. Easy trade. Good trade. I'm curious because I was messing with this magenta earlier. I'm curious to see if it's gonna hold up. If it is gonna hold up, let's see if we if it bounces underneath the magenta. Curious to see that. We technically haven't formed another green yet. Maybe it's there. We'll give it a little bit of time. That was a good trade. I got stopped out on key level. On this key level, I got stopped out. But quick base hit, early morning base hit. Feels good. That's more than a base hit. That's damn near a home run. Look at this move. From 589.03. Where'd I stop? To 587. Come on now. Come on now. Give this a little bit of time to develop. I would like to see it go a little bit higher, but meaning before this break of green, I would like to see some more pullback, right? Back up, most likely back up to 588.11 to this key level here. I'd like to see a bigger pullback, some dancing over here like this before it heads out. That's the ideal setup. Yeah, I would have liked it to test the magenta again. I'm not extremely happy with the way this green's forming up. Okay, break of green. Protect your trade. Protect your trade if you took this break of green here. You see it's getting volatile. Gotta keep them pockets greased up, can't slip. Gotta get my mama's new whip, new crib. Tell your shawty listen from the city, from the sticks. And no matter where I throw it, yeah, she know it's gon' stick. Shawty isn't me, no babe. Shawty isn't me, no, yeah. So I took this break of green. Oh my goodness. I took this one because I knew I had winnings from here. So I had some money to burn, right? I had a little bit of money to gamble. I had a little bit. Look at the money we just printed. Break of green, break of green. Nothing more I can do. Look at this. Woo-wee. Okay. Let me calm myself down. Look at this money. Well, okay. This has been an amazing morning. 30 minutes. Oh my God, 30 minutes. If you made money, call it a day. Don't sit here and keep trying to trade all day and trying to get every dime. Don't be greedy like that. It doesn't work. It never works. when you see the setup that we had, perfect setup, break a green, we're expecting this cup and handle. The cup and handle actually played out like this, little ugly, but it played out. Look at this money. Okay, that was a good move. So you had this bolt. All right, so to recap, we had a break of green. We had another break of green for these are big wins. These are big wins. Now if it wants to, all right, I'm gonna clean this chart up. If it wants to recover, let's look for this being the head, a shoulder, and let's see if another shoulder forms right here. So something like that. Meaning your long entries for safety at least above 587.25. Your call entries, I mean. I'm gonna clean this chart up. Today's been a great day. All right. If you're looking for safety, wait till we break this magenta up here for calls. Otherwise, we're in a downtrend, right? So we need to be looking for puts. What do the puts look like? So it looks like it builds in blue. Right, we want to build a blue. And then we want to form a green. And then we want to wait for the break of green. Today's been a great morning already. Absolutely amazing day in the office today. If you didn't take any trades and you're looking back like, oh man, I could have done this, I could have done that, or I wanted to do this, I should have listened to myself. Every single trader has these thoughts. That all of us, we all have these same exact thoughts. You're not unique in this. But what helps you through it, the woulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda, is going to be just following your strategy, applying your risks appropriately. Meaning, how much stop loss am I, how much faith do I have in this trade? Does the setup meet my criteria? As long as you follow that, and if you take a loss, you're not going to feel so bad. You know what? I followed my setup. This was my setup. It just didn't hit this time. But as long as you see that your setup or your strategy is winning over time, that's all that matters. That's all that really matters. Again, I'd like to see a little more building up in here. I'd like to see a little more building up if it wants to head down. Because what does that mean? Because then it looks like a bolt down, right? We want to look for this. And why are we looking for this? Because we're in a downtrend. We're not worried about the uptrend until we break above, minimum above this magenta. Remember this right here. So then a microstructure inside of here would look like this. Let me show you. Let me show you what a micro, because I've used it on some of the wrap-up videos before, but we'd have a shoulder, a head, and another shoulder before it heads out, right? Like that. That'd be ideal if it were to head out. That's what we want to see, something like that. When I say head out, I mean downwards, breaking green. But at this point here, we're in the middle of the water. You can't do anything right here. There's no trade here. I just did a whole bunch of talking on mute. I just did a whole bunch of talking on mute. Anyways, like I was saying, all you really needed to do was look at the trading plan. The trading plan specified above a certain level to buy calls, below a certain level to buy puts. Both of those are winners. So I provided a trading plan with, I mean, they're both winners. Nothing more you can do, nothing more I can do. They're both winners. And this is why I told you there's no trading in here, because you're in the middle of the water here. We don't have any setup. We have no setup here. Middle of the water. Could we be taking a guess like, oh, we're in a downtrend, let me just buy a put now? Yeah, you could take that guess, but it would just be a guess. We want to have some confirmation. How do we get confirmation? With our algorithms. With our algorithms, with our trading plan. Go look at the trading plan. It told you exactly when to buy calls and exactly when to buy puts. Both of them hit. Both of them hit for victory. So if you're solely here sitting focused on me drawing on the screen, you gotta use all the tools available to you. Right? So it could have been, oh, I see a momentum candle off the rip. We broke that key level for calls. You know, then you take the risk. Let me go in on calls. Let me put my stop appropriately. Same thing on the other side. We broke below a certain level. You even see, I mean, it happened perfect actually. We broke below a certain level and it was a winner. Or it could have been, I'm breaking the green algo, which was the trigger to buy puts, and that also coincided with our trading plan where it says below 586.25 buy a put. That was a winner. So you have more than one thing telling you or giving you some guidance. It's not just me sitting here drawing random lines on a screen. We're meeting some resistance at 580s, this key level right here, 587.25. See the wick here, the wick here, the wick here. So let's see how it goes. Because at this point you're pretty much at a 50-50 right here. This is where it's going to go one way or the other. Why is that? Because you have a microstructure right here with this head and shoulders, right? You got this microstructure right here, and then let me clean it up so you can see it. And then you also have this microstructure right here. So you're at a 50-50 right now. So we don't know which way. So you wait for the setup. Now, could you go 50-50 here, buy the put, and then ride it all the way down? Sure, but sure you could, but you'd be guessing. You got a 50-50 shot, right? You got a 50-50 shot. So as long as you don't risk all your winnings from this morning, then you'll be fine. Or you could buy a cheap call and a cheap put and just see which one wins out. Ride it out for the rest of the day. And hope that you don't get stuck in between here like this. If you remembered what my thesis was this morning, it was, and I even said it was just like from Thursday, it was this right here. It was exactly that right here this morning, right? Don't forget I did that this morning, first thing in the morning. That's what we're testing the thesis, right? We're testing that. and ended up working out okay. Ended up working out okay. We used the 5 to give us. Remember, I also said we want to see if we bounce off the 5 with deep structure, or the first thing I said, if we reject, because that rejection would have formed that shoulder from before. See how it all works together? How it all works together now. Looks like we're kind of in range of the of the 20-day as well. 20-day is not far away. But we had excellent trades this morning, right? First break of green, excellent trade. Second break of green, you'd have to get on it. You couldn't hold. Yeah, you had to have some faith on this one. Heavy resistance right here. So if it wants to break out, it's probably gonna give us a strong green candle up. If it wants to break out, we want to see a momentum candle, which would give us more confidence into the break of magenta for our calls. Right? So basically what I'm saying is we want to see a strong momentum candle here to give us the strength to continue like that. So, because I see a lot of resistance at this level.
Run it up, put 'em over. None of y'all niggas, they poppin'. Yeah, I know you do this often. Hey, I'm running out of options. I'm okay, I'm fine. Hey, I'ma swallow all my pride. Won't be nothing but a side piece. Oh, catching feelings with my pipe dream. Oh, no. Sighting, she be feeling type of words. I don't need nobody for the day. I just need somebody for the night. Hey, been there and I never been the same. Been there, but I'm not the one to blame. I just need somebody for the night.
You don't always have to be in a trade. So if you see this chop right here, stay out of the chop.
Shawty wanna use me, yeah, yeah. Ay, run it up, I'm mobbing. Ay, none of y'all niggas, they poppin'. Yeah, I know you do this often. Ay, I'm running out of options. I'm okay, I'm
I'm so blind. Here's a momentum candle right here. This momentum candle right here. I didn't even see it. I'm sorry. I mean, I did prepare you for the possibilities, right? It was either going to be this, this, this. I did prepare you for the possibilities. I don't feel bad, but I completely glossed over this candle right here. Yeah, so here's the momentum candle, and it give us some strength. Okay. All right, if you took the break, you got to protect your trade, number one. But number two, we want to see like a pullback and the rejection off of it. That would be nice. If it just shoots up, then it shoots up, and you missed it. But if you took this break, now we got to wait for the structure, right? We want to get above this. You want to build a yellow. We need to form a yellow and then have it break the magenta. And then you got to measure your risk to reward, right? If all the liquidity is at the 5, you're hoping on minimum from this key level to the 5. So that's your risk to reward. So ideally we like to see something like that. And we are in the downtrend, right? We're not going to be in the uptrend until above 589.50. So what does that mean? You have to be looking out for your put setups. What does a put setup look like? A shoulder, a head, another shoulder, right? Something like that. And then we already have our green set up right here. Or your long entries. What are your long entries going to be like? Some pullback, a break, retest, and reject. Needs to get above this dotted line. I'd like to see it get above the dotted line on your screen. This is sketchy. I know it broke magenta. You got to protect this trade though. You got to protect the trade because we're so close to the 5. So breaking magenta, winner. You got to protect your trade. because the 5's right here, right? All the liquidity is built up around here. So here's how you play this. Magenta broke. Let's say you got filled at the worst possible time way up here. Your stop should be possibly under here, under 586.84. You survive the retracement and then you move your stop so you can't lose. And if you're waiting for the deep structure, that's fine too. But you're so close to the 5, your best bet when you're this close to the 5 would be to wait for the break, retest, and reject of the 5 like that. That's your safest bet. So if you took the break in magenta, that's 588, pretty much on the dot. Where did it go to? 588.60. That's a good move. That's a good move. That's good money right there. Let's hope it retests the 5 up here. I'd like a little bit more out of it. A little bit more would be nice. But I'll get what I take. I didn't get the greatest fill on this one either, so I'm probably gonna. I'm in profit, but I'm gonna start tightening up my stop. I didn't get the best fill. It didn't let me fill. I tried to get in here, but it didn't let me, and I hesitated a little bit, and I got, I don't know, somewhere close to the top. But I'm tightening up my stop. I'm still in profit. There we go. There we go. Come on. I'm tightening up my stop little by little. I'm along the green now. So no matter what, can't lose. But I'd like to get a little bit more. May not happen. We'll see. I'm safe. My trade's protected. I can't lose, but I got a bad fill. And then I hesitated when I went back in for some reason. All right, we got some winners in the Discord that are paying attention. Good job. Come on. I'm trying to get every dime out of this because I got a bad fill. At least I'm in profit. I wish it would have filled me when I wanted to. The price is just moving so fast right here. And yeah. So I didn't get the fill that I wanted, and I took the trade off completely. And then that hesitation of taking it off instead of just moving it, because I don't like chasing. I don't like chasing the trade. Yeah. But I'm tightening it. Trust me. I'm right along this green. I'm going right along with it. So I'm in profit, making money. Could have been better though.
I forget where the kid came from, but I guess they did amnesia. All the time when I'm making this shit look. Shawty want signs of 10 on my side and 10 on my side of Libra. They come round, don't talk like that, don't come back.
So one half of me wants to just collect, and the other half wants to wait till it gets to the 5. But my old saying, some money's better than no money. So I might just start tightening it up, especially after this wick right here. But this is a beautiful move, right? Break of magenta, still made money. There it is. Come on, give me a little bit more. Come on. We need to get above the dotted line. That'll be nice. There it is. Breaking magenta. I told you. Look at the money. Look at there. I told you. Breaking magenta. There it is. Look at all the money we just printed. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Look at all the money we printed. We are 100% today, right? Break a green, break a green, break a magenta. Nothing more I can do. There's absolutely nothing more I can do. If you're getting stopped out, because I can't tell you how to adjust your risk. Look to the exact, where did I say I wanted to wait? To the 5. Where does it start rejecting? On the 5. I already got stopped out, but if it continues, well, oh well. Oh well. Oh, good trade. Good trade. Okay. Nice. Very nice. I'm probably done for the day. That's 100% for the day. I'm done. I mean, I'm still here with you guys, but me trading, I'm done. I don't need any more. Can't be greedy. Take your wins and move on. That was a good day. This was a little sketchy over here, but stuck with the process, right? Stuck with the process, and I was patient. I had to hold for quite a while. Today was a great day. Simply amazing day. Oh, you know what? I could have suggested this. magenta right here. I could, that's hindsight. I could have suggested this one right here. I highlighted this one. Well, this was the safety, right? This was the safety magenta. That's why I put this one. I could have done this one, but I know there's a 50-50 right here. So that's why. Okay, that's why I didn't do it. So because of this level right here, the price could have done this. Or it could have done this, right? Either one of these. So this is a 50-50 area. The price is going to go one way or the other. We don't know yet. So that's why I highlighted this magenta here for calls. Just for safety. Because I'm not a future a psychic. I don't know the future, but because I don't know the future, that's why I put this one as your safety. Now, is there any guarantee that this is going to work? That buying a call on the break of this magenta is going to work? No, there's no guarantee. However, I minimized the risk. Minimizing the risk, I could have maximized the gain if I would have taken this magenta here, but it was a 50-50. I don't like 50-50. When you get up here, now you're more, oh geez, look at this. When you get to this magenta here, now you've turned that 50-50 into like, maybe a 60-40 in your favor, right? Or maybe even more than that. So that's why I went with the lower risk, but also lower reward. And that's what we're always battling when we're trading, right? Our risk to reward. Today was a great day. Absolutely great day. And again, we're looking for the setups, right? So if you're looking for calls, wait for this right here, something like that. Wait for it to break above the 5, retest the 5, and reject off the 5. If it doesn't happen like that, then it doesn't happen. Oh well. But that's the setup we're looking for. Let's see if we get a... It looks like we're forming a yellow here. I'm just going to clean this chart up a bit. Today's been absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal day. Way better than a full-time job, I'll tell you that. 1 hour. 1 hour. Hour and 10 minutes to play 100% wins on the day. I don't know where else you're going to do it. Now, I hope you're starting to see a pattern, right? If you're taking trades and getting stopped out immediately, you need to work on that. And how do you work on that? Allow the trade to develop. You got to allow some pullback because it doesn't go in a straight line. We wish for it to cascade like this. But the truth is, it does this right here, right? It has a pullback and continue, pullback, continue. That's just how it is. So get comfortable, get familiar with that, with those dynamics. So you should be asking yourself right now, right? Is this a pullback to continue? We don't know. And again, so close to the 5 MA, all the liquidity's here. So you see how when it gets close, how it starts getting crazy action near the 5?
Never gonna test me, check me. I need
I'm not going to count this break of green because it's actually a channel for this bottom. So this break of green doesn't count right here. I mean, technically, if you took it, you'd be winning, but this one doesn't really count. I want to see this one break. Look, what I just tell you. Are we looking for... Look. That's what I'm telling you. It always has these patterns. You got to look for these patterns. Easy. This is an easy trade. Easy trade. But we know we're going to meet some resistance. I know this is support, but we're going to meet resistance right here. When I'm saying resistance, I mean opposition in the direction we're currently going. So again, you're managing risk to reward. You just saw me draw this right here, right? Meaning it should be a flexion underneath the green. Where's your next target? This key level right here. So is it worth it to go from here to here? That's on you. I don't know. I don't know your risk tolerance. But what I do know is, I told you, for the calls, wait for this. I also told you for the puts, might look like that. But if you want your safety, your best bet is waiting for this green to break. Actually, it's not going to be this one. It's going to be another one that forms below it. So this one, this one I'll highlight with a 2. This one I'll go 3. Whenever this happens. I don't know if it's going to happen here. I'm just giving you an example of what I'm talking about. All right, you gotta take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Let's look at the bigger picture, okay? What do we look? What do the setups look like from here? That's what we want to know. We're here now. What do the setups look like? So, if this is a head, here goes a shoulder, maybe another shoulder. So we want to form another shoulder here, another shoulder here, which would line up with the break of green over here too. But that's what we're looking for. This is going to be the setup for the down. Now you know what it looks like. And then the up. For calls, wait for the break and retest of the 5. That's the answer. That is the answer. I'm not here trying to do parlor tricks and say, oh look, I told you so. I'm not here to do that. I'm showing you what the setups look like. And eventually you're not going to need me. You're just going to be doing this on your own. But for right now, use me as a crutch. I'm showing you what they look like. Now we could also be seeing a cup handle, boom. We could also be seeing that. So that's what I'm saying. For your calls, give it time. Give it time. Wait for this to happen. For your puts, you got to give it time because you're in the middle of the water right here. For your puts, you got to give it time. You got to wait for this to happen. So we don't know the future, but you know what the setups look like in each direction now. And for some extra assurance, let's go to the... So this one never played out, right? On the 5 minute? On the 5 minute, we needed to break this magenta for more puts. Because we're looking out for this. So we needed to break this magenta here for puts on the 5 minute. And now we're going to see if this one's going to play out. If this cup and handle is going to play out.
Gotta keep them pockets greased up, can't slip. Gotta get my mama's new whip, new crib. Tell your shawty listen from the city, from the sticks. And no matter where I throw it, yeah, she know it's gon' stick. Shawty isn't me, no babe. Shawty isn't me, no, yeah. Isn't me, or no. Isn't me, or no. Isn't me, or no. Isn't me, or no.
You got to measure risk to reward on this breaking magenta, right? Because you're looking at the 5 for your target. So if it does break, you're looking at the 5 for your target. So you got to measure risk to reward. Is it worth it? That's for you to decide.
All the time, these days I ain't even gon' lie, don't let me down. I've been throwing these hundreds on a dime. Plus 7 on that ring, no wedding vows. All that smoking made me tired. 22's a call it Tyra and Mariah. Talk about my lows and all my highs. Been trying to see the light, this shit is quiet. All the greed and the lust. Cause you want a piece of the pie. All that shit is bleeding me dry. I don't want your piece in the rest. Girl, I'm in your CG. Know you heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G60. That shit one of Louis and a VV. Riding around the CG. Know you heard about it, let me get it on T. And you know I'm holding out for the G60. Yeah, they ain't never got it with a dog like me. How we got cheddar singing dog right me. Gotta keep it settled, gotta keep it low key. Money like me, money like me. Bitch, I'm in the city with a coke fiends. I they talking money when the money don't speak. Money in his knee, but like it came from the street. Shawty in Vienna, gotta get it with me. Shawty know, gotta know, only know I'm like that. Set, straight back to the crib, switch cars, I'm right back. Left, and you know that it can't. I didn't go really left, no, when I move way to left, yeah. Shawty won't slide, tryna know me. I can never get it too close, me. Cause she heard I got it on me, yeah. Couldn't pull it up like me, shit. Now she tryna load up my phone, shit, I'm in the booth going ghost, nah. Now they heard I got it on me, yeah. Now they hear I got it on me, yeah.
Alright, breaking magenta, your trade's protected. trade is protected. Technically this green one here would have been your entry. You have to survive this. Now your trade's protected. You can't lose from here. You can't lose. Your stop should have been underneath, probably at 588.11 should have been your stop. And you survive the retracement. Now you move up. If it stops you out, it stops you out. Oh well. But at least you made something. And you know my saying, something is better than nothing. Look at the money it already printed. Come on. We're 100%. 100% on the day. 100% on the day. Come on, give me some more. Give me some more. You gotta survive a couple red candles. Or to take your money and leave. I'm probably gonna tighten up my stop. I'm gonna tighten it to get something out of it. I broke even on that. I should have got greedy and just collected, but I didn't. Oh, actually, no, I got greedy and I let it go against me and broke even. It's alright. It's this cup and handle is still in play until it breaks below 588.11. Still in play until it breaks below this. Once it breaks below this, that means this is no longer valid, this cup and handle. I'm gonna clean up the chart just a bit. You know what? That was kind of stupid on my part. I should have collected because I knew the target was the 5, so I should have got close and just started moving my stop. Let's see what happens here though. We haven't formed a blue in a while. This is just chop. There's no trade here. If you didn't get in on break a magenta and hold it for dear life, then there's no trade. Okay. Okay, 84% rule back on this candle right here, so I got filled pretty much on the top of the body. So now I'm gonna collect. Now I move my stop. I'm gonna collect now. I broke even on the first one over here, but I got back in 84% rule, right? So I saw. Wait, where is it? So now I'm collecting because I got a good fill on this one. And I'll put my stop underneath this candle. Therefore, you know, no matter what, I win. And I give it a little bit of room to breathe. Because I know I'm at my target, so I'm not going to give it too much room. Right? Because I know it's right here at the 5. So I don't want to give it too much room, because this is where all the liquidity is at. And a lot of things happen at the 5. You know, technically our long entries should be, again, above the 5, retest, and reject off the 5. That's what the answer is. But I don't want you guys to trade like me. I want you to trade like you. What is your comfort zone? So I'm going to recap this last trade I did. I got stopped out short, not short. I got stopped out for a break even on this right here. I went in on the break in magenta. It stopped me out for break even. Once I saw this candle here, then I was like, all right, let's try it again, because it's just retesting that same algo. Once it retested, now my stop is, now I'm in profit. My stop is below this candle here. So if it gets weird, I might start moving it just a tad, collecting a little bit more and more and more as I go. Collecting a little bit more and more and more as I go. And I'm pretty much reached my target, so I'm going to start tightening my stop now. Right, because the target was the 5. So now I'm going to start tightening my stop. I'm probably going to go halfway between this candle here, or at least to the top of the body. I'll go to the top of, there it is. There it is. 100% for the day. I'm not going to get greedy this time. I'm going to keep it tight. I'm going to move to like 2/3 of this candle now. Or excuse me, 1/3 of this candle. And if I get stopped here, I get stopped here. Don't care. Because I put a lot of contracts on this, so either way it's going to be a decent little payout. Come on, let's go. All right, I'm gonna start tightening again. I'm gonna tighten it up, Basically, I'm not giving it any room now. So if it goes down from here, then I'm at my target. So there's no reason to be greedy now. Okay, good trade. I got stopped out. Good trade. I'll take it. Entry was over here somewhere in this candle. I think probably close to the body, the top of the body. And I rode it up to the 5. Took my profit. Anything past that, I don't know. Because what do I see? Rejection of the 5, rejection of the 5. Now, for me to go long again, I'll wait for a rejection of the 5 this way. A break, retest, and reject of the 5 this way. But I'm okay with that trade. Little small base hit. That was a good move. I like it. And I'm glad I took my profit. And if it just shoots up from here, oh well. It shoots up. I have a few appointments to do today. I am going to, I'll be on here for another few minutes. Alright, for calls, in my absence, we're looking for a break, retest, reject. We want to see the a magenta form like that. Oh, look at this. Look how nasty this candle was. Now this is pretty good liquidity built up in the green. I probably won't be here long enough to see it play out, but either way, I'm going to recap for Discord. Let me just do that really quick. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the stream. Give me 1 second. I'm still here. I'm just doing some background stuff.
Shawty, is she worried if I might show? Damn, it's hard to care for his side though. Out here with my mans in a night show. Drinking party, yeah, we keep the lights low. I've been by mine all the way. Ice cold, what a nigga gotta say now. Sipping any, we be mobbing through the night, oh yeah. Moving like we trapping out of Vando. I need. I need you here for me. Don't you fuck around, I know you hurt by me. I need. Oh, let's go, I got money on me. New city, new bitch, new kid. This calls finna rain on me. I've been down and out, but a nigga still breathing. Saying my prayers for the check. Straight shooter like I'm walking with a tech. Move deep and I'm pounding on my chest. You know what I want. You know what I need. Ice cold bitch when I'm sipping my tea. I don't mean it. Feeling myself, feeling my knees. Feel like repercussions ain't gon' ever catch me. Heard what I said and I can't help it. I ain't never gonna rest, never gonna test me, check me. I need. I need you here for me. Don't you fuck around, I know you hurt by me. I need. Oh, yeah, I'm a touchdown in the matrix, yeah. Shawty send me your location, 120 on the freeway, speeding. Big check, blue pills, I'm beating. Young boy finna do my thing. Get the FBI, put a case on me. Feel like everything okay on me. Shawty, hold on, have faith in me. You don't wanna. Oh, I gotta. But I gotta.
Okay, YouTube, that's been my time. Wait, I just want to point out one more thing. I told you originally that this cup and handle, technically it would be invalid under 588.11, meaning if the price were to go under 588.11, then this is invalid. So it's still in play because it didn't break 588.11. And we're still firmly in this green right here. So just some analysis before I head off. But yeah, I think we had a pretty good day. We had the break of green here, we had the break of green here, we had the break of magenta up here, and then we had this other break of magenta right here, right to the 5 to the key level. I'm glad I took my profit. I had the 84% rule here because I got stopped out on this one candle right here, which I didn't have my stop appropriate. I should have had my stop again at 588.11, right at the low. That should have been my stop. But I didn't move it. I just left it and I let it play out. I got back in on this candle here, and then I rode it up to the 5. That was my day today. So we're at 100%. We had a pretty good day. Okay, YouTube, that's been my time. You have a good day. We'll do it again. Same thing tomorrow. Every day we make money. Good day in the office.